Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
See that young man right here, right over my right shoulder? That there is Victor Wembanyama, who's just named to his first All-Star game by the NBA as a reserve. Some people, they maybe should have been a starter. Well, maybe we got to go out and vote more.
What the fuck is this?
Exactly. And I can think of an all-star real estate agent that we love here. Got a few texts from Mr. Jay Ribaldo yesterday. Jay Ribaldo Realty, just listed $469,000 at 24022 Canyon Row. When you need a great or an all-star, should I say, we need an all-star real estate agent, Jay Ribaldo is your guy. Jay's always giving us updates on numbers and the cities and where the best place to live. And as I always say, every time we do this, well, not every time. I don't want it to get the message to get old, but it is 2025. You did do a lot of New Year's resolutions. Have you started the process into owning your own home? And starting, it's just like the gym. To me, getting to the gym is half the battle. Like, you know, you can sit there on the couch and I don't really want to do it. I don't really feel like doing it. But once you get there and you get that rhythm, you're going to kind of get going. It's the same thing with owning a home. You have to get started. And then next thing you know, you'll start doing all the little things that you need to do to get that home. And in some cases, you're probably closer to getting a home than you know. So if you need that, contact my man, Jay Ribaldo at Jay Ribaldo Realty. Call him at 210-887-1081. Good morning, Earthlings. It's in the building. Mike, a lot of running around with the kids, man. I think, what time is it in Hawaii? Maybe 5 a.m.? Probably 5 a.m. in Hawaii. We were trying to figure that out with daylight savings time. I don't know what time it is, but Mike's not with us. Maybe be with us Monday.
That's right. It's 5.
It's 5? Okay, yeah. So they're 4 hours behind. 5 a.m., but he's already up. I don't know why he's up, but he's up and he's texting us. So he's got some running around to do. He's with the kiddos anyway, man. He needs to spend some time with those babies, as he calls them. Even his 23 and 28-year-old, he calls them babies. So he needs to just spend some time with his babies. I got 4 kids to feed. Yeah, LG and I will hold y'all down for this show. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama makes his first All-Star game. Last year he didn't make the All-Star, but he was Rookie of the Year. This year he's averaging, I'll say 25 because it's 24.4. He's averaging almost 25 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, which was my biggest hang-up. I like that, but to be around 15, but that's nitpicking. And the craziest stat of all, he's averaging 4 blocks per game. I figured the coaches would pick him to be a reserve. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But to me, you know, the way he plays, and I know a lot of people are out on the All-Star game. I get that. Because, you know, they're trying to find ways to make it competitive. This year they're going to do the round robin tournament. So they're trying to find all these ways. I feel like right now, because you can always change these things. It doesn't have to be set in stone. Right now, my opinion, it should be the world versus USA. We have enough international players right now where we can make that happen. And I think it automatically makes it more competitive because the world, you know, speaking of your Giannis, Joker, Wemby, Shai Gilgeous, they always got a chip on their shoulder. Luka, they always feel like they got something to prove. As you know, there's a lot of negative connotation that's come with international players over the years, but I think they've done a lot to change that. Hell, you look at the top 10, and I'm just, you know, spitballing. There's 5 or 6 guys from the world that are in the top 10 right now. I pause really quick to recognize some money. Jason Garcia, $4.99. Good morning from the Pacific Northwest. Happy Friday to all. Greg C., $4.99 for positive vibes only. If you missed yesterday's show, I got on Greg for being a negative Nathan. I said, hey, if you're going to be negative, that's cool, but just send some money. But back to the All-Star game. So I know a lot of y'all are out on the All-Star game, and I get that. Dunk contest, 90% of the years it sucks. Every now and then you get Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine, which to me was the best dunk contest of all time. That includes Michael Jordan from the free throw line. That includes Vince Carter. You name it. To me, Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine was the best slam dunk contest, hands down. But when you think about Wemby, and we watch the way he plays every single night in, night out, his game fits what this game is. He got the handle, he's got the dunks, he can shoot the long ball. And I feel like I'm going to be interested to watch because I want to see how his teammates play with him, how their chemistry is. And if I got the over-under, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. I got the over-under that they try to throw him 8 lobs. I put 7 on my notes today. I'm being Mike Taylor. Y'all like my pink notes? This way I can, keep my place. But I put 7 on my notes, but I'm thinking they're going to try to throw him at least 8 lobs because that's what it is. It used to be quarters 1 through 3, have a good time, and then like late in the third, everybody starts tightening the screws, and then in the fourth quarter, everybody's really trying to get it on and really trying to win. They've lost their way with that. Hopefully we get back to that this year. Oops, almost not my. Y'all like my man? You like my oldest daughter got? That's little Rudy Jay right there, like little Penny. I got 8 lobs. What y'all think? Less than 8 lobs? More than 8 lobs? I'm going to take the over. I want to say the even, but I'm going to take the over because you got to remember, most of these guys will never get to play with Wemby. It's not often you get to play with a 7'5" dude that's coordinated. This isn't Sean Bradley. This isn't Murasan. This isn't Manute Bol. You know what I mean? This is actually a 7'5" guy that's like, damn, he got a handle, and he could come down and pull up, and he could take the ball coast to coast, and he could go get it from the rafters. So I'm going to go take the over. Wemby, I don't know if they're all, I'm not saying they're going to complete all 9, but they're going to be throwing Wemby the lob. Happy for Wemby. Happy for the Spurs. I don't think anybody's surprised or shocked that only in his second year he's in an all-star game, averaging 25, 11, and 4. That 4 is crazy. Only 5? 5, Greg? No. Now, if Mitch and Pop make the call to the coaching staff and say, hey, we don't have Wemby out there for 30, 35 minutes. He's not first of all, he's not a starter. And you're supposed to play the starters the most because that's who the fans voted for. But so I don't think he's going to be out there that much. But in the time being that he's out there, and I'm sure Wemby is going to be excited to get to play with some other superstars because, right now, which we've talked about ad nauseum, as of right now, that could change. But as of right now, he's not playing with any other superstars. So, you get to play with LeBron, you get to play with Steph, and I think those guys, there's going to be certain veterans that are looking at the chops like, do y'all know what y'all have? Like, I love Kobe, perfect example. I love Kobe. But if LeBron had gotten to play Kobe with Shaq, prime Shaq, oh my gosh. And only because their style of plays differ. Like Kobe did his thing. Kobe, was always in attack mode. Phil Jackson always wanted him in attack mode. But we know LeBron will defer. He just wants to make the right play. Had LeBron played with Shaq in his prime at that time, when you talk about 99 to 04, and I love Kobe, they probably win 5 in a row just because the way he plays and he understands they're a better team with Shaq dominating. Kobe was like, man, I'm that dude too. F that. Shaq's fat. I'm shooting the ball because his ass didn't come in shape, and he's going to have to go get the gosh damn rebound. That was Kobe's approach. LeBron's approach would be like, man, that's Shaq. I'm going to give him the ball. We're going to get the hell out of the way. Everybody else be ready to shoot, and I'll facilitate. And on the games where Shaq doesn't have it, I'll go and get my 30, 40. Shaq and LeBron probably win 5, 6 rings. And not only that, I think they probably stay together because there's not the head bashing. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. So you got a guy like LeBron who wants Anthony Davis to be the guy, who wants to push him to the forefront. Steph Curry right now, looking for somebody else to help him along the way. There's going to be other guys on that team that's like, yo, I'm about to use this 7'5" dude and chill. So I think the time that he's on the floor with these other veterans, with these other superstars, I think it's going to be I think San Antonio, if you haven't watched the All-Star game, you should. I think they're going to use Wemby like we would like to see him used. So anyway, that's the All-Star game. Congrats to Wemby. Congrats to the Spurs. So Wemby might actually start one of those teams. So they'll have 3 teams of NBA All-Stars and a 4th team of Rising Stars. However they want to do it. I just know his game, the way he plays, fits the nonsense, the highlight show, the dunk contest type things that the All-Star game entails. Hey, LG, you a hot chocolate guy?
Yeah, I don't. Not every day, but
no,
yeah.
I'm not a big hot chocolate guy. Today is National Hot Chocolate Day.
Oh, is it?
Is it cold enough? It's cold.
Not here.
Have you been outside?
Nah, no, I haven't.
Okay, it's cold, but it ain't.
Nah, it's not like last week.
Oh my God, last week was an ass whip. I'm so glad we're past that. Maybe we'll have a few days in February where it's like last week. Hopefully we don't have the 2021 snowstorm and everybody losing power. But hopefully our worst winter is behind us.
Speaking of snowstorms, Hawaii slammed with blizzard-like weather.
So the Mike Taylor curse continues?
Yep.
Are you
Hawaii
serious?
storm brings flooding, rain, high wind, and heavy snow.
No way.
Yeah, it's going to clear up by tomorrow, but yeah, he's dealing with that. Road closures, severe weather across Hawaii, power outages, school closures. Yeah.
Damn. So the Taylor curse might be real. That never happens in Hawaii.
He was just bragging about how good the weather was.
He was like, oh yeah, man, it's going to be in the 70s. I'll have a good time, be more babies. So Mike Taylor done brought the damn snow to Hawaii. They didn't say what part, right? I think he's in Honolulu.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hawaii is a pretty big island. It could be anywhere. No, it's all good.
Oh, yeah, it's hitting Honolulu. All of the islands are getting covered, yeah.
Well, it is National Hot Chocolate Day for those that care. And you know what goes great with hot chocolate, LG?
Kahlua?
Rum chata. What else? Bailey's.
Yeah.
Throw some Bailey's in there. And all 3 of those things are available at Texas Cheer Liquor. 7 locations, 6 in the greater San Antonio area. And they got that one fancy, beautiful one out there in Bernie, which I've been told by the owners, we do numbers in Bernie. So shout out to Bernie. I know I make fun of y'all, but I like Bernie. And Bernie likes us. So go into Texas Cheer Liquor number 5. Make sure if you purchase anything, tell them In the Building sent you to get that 5% off. Today is the last day, and it's only fitting. Last day of January, go in there and get your specials. If you want that big bottle of vodka, regardless of what type of vodka you drink, half a gallon of Svedka for $13.99, but you got to let them know you saw it on In the Building for them to get you that discount. If not, it's going to be $24.99. If you just go in there and say, I just need a Svedka half gallon, it's going to be $24.99. You got to tell them you saw it on In the Building. Martha Shard, $4.99. And Fireball. 750 milliliter, only $12.99. Can't put the In the Building 5% on those, but everything else, let them know In the Building. Not tobacco. Everything else, let them know In the Building. They'll get you 5% off. That's Texas Cheer Liquor, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer. Man, what's up with dudes and being massage weirdos? Well, NFL players being massage weirdos. The great Justin Tucker. Yes, that Justin Tucker. UT, Baltimore Ravens. Possibly some people may tell you he is the best kicker to ever do it. Had the yips a little bit this year, and maybe he's had the yips because he saw this coming down, and he knew this was going to hit because again, when these type of stories break, the defendants and the accusers, they've known about this stuff for months. Like, this didn't just come down yesterday. Like, they've known about this for months. So we were kind of wondering, like, damn, what's up with Justin Tucker? Why is Justin Tucker missing all these damn field goals? Well, maybe it's because he's not Justin Tucker. Maybe it's because he's Justin Tugger. Yes.
Well, give the man a hand.
Come on, LG. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been accused of inappropriate sexual behavior by six. So that means there's 30. A la Deshaun Watson. That means there's other women that are going to, pretty soon, probably going to be like, hey, man, I'm about to come forward as well. 2 different spas have banned him. 5 of the women said Tucker asked them to massage his pelvic region or the inner thighs while he had an erection. Jesus. Then they said he repeatedly, this is accusers, possibly victims. I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm laughing at the way this was worded. Then they said he repeatedly wiggled his pelvis to remove the sheets, which fully or partially exposed his genitals. 2 women said Tucker brushed them with his exposed penis. 3 said when they returned to the treatment room after Tucker left, they discovered a large wet spot on the massage table, which they strongly believed to be ejaculate. He's not, look, Justin Tucker, while if you're a football person, right, you know who Justin Tucker is. This isn't going to get, I know a lot of people will be like, they better attack this with the same way they attack Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was a national champion. He's a quarterback. He's way more known than Justin Tucker. So if you think the media or just passerbyers are going to attack this the same way they attack Deshaun Watson, it's just not going to happen just off of popularity. Like there's millions of people that get in trouble for certain things that we never hear about because they're not Deshaun Watson or Michael Vick or Kobe Bryant or any other huge profile athlete that's been in the news for something like this. But I haven't been in those massage rooms. I don't know what happened. I will let the facts come out. But wiggling your pelvis area to get the sheets to fall off is next level savage. And then brushing your junk up against them. Like, let's say it's true. We don't know. This is all allegedly. Pulling out your schlong when nobody asked you to is one of the boldest things. Again, pro athlete or not, like if you're not provoked, if she's not rubbing it, like you got to read the room, Tucker, excuse me. You got to read the room. Like some women are there to give you a massage. And also you got to think when you're in a situation like that, where you feel like, okay, this is a multi-million-dollar athlete. Do I want to mess this up for $60-$80? Or do some of these women are probably like, hey man, this is Justin Tucker. This is my chance to break through and possibly work for an NFL team, possibly get a job for an NBA team and just become this team's personal masseuse and have a job for 10, 15 years. They're not thinking about $60, $80, $100 a tug. You're trying to get a career and possibly become a team's masseuse. So it's just weird, guys, whether it be dick pics or just pulling out your dick on the masseuse table. Like, first of all, you're a kicker.
Idiot kicker.
If any of this is true, you're a kicker. Hey, if I'm going to tug on somebody's shit, it's going to be a quarterback. It's going to be a receiver. Like, I got a long list of people that I would tug on.
It's my quarterback.
I got a long list of people I would tug on before I get the kicker. Not jacking off the kicker. Come on, like Johnson. Yeah, I'm not jacking off the kicker, bro. Like, no. Quarterback? Anybody looking? All right, man, come here. You know, like, it's weird. I'll let all the facts come out. But Tucker, this doesn't look good no matter what, because nowadays you are guilty until proven innocent. And there's not anybody that read the story that because how we view athletes, because how we view entertainers, and everything that's going on with Puff and all these other people, we automatically believe these accusers. Me, I don't. I'll reserve it because I know sometimes women lie, and then sometimes guys are filthy, disgusting pigs that use their celebrity to rub their penises up against somebody's arms, and then once they leave the room, jack off on the table and leave their wad. They leave their load there on the masseuse table. I forgot about that. That was a classic moment from 24. I'm surprised that didn't go viral. Anyways, well, it did go viral actually. Tucker, of course, Tucker and his lawyers have said they categorically deny these charges, and I'm sure they're saying, hey, no, they were willing to do it. I didn't rub it on anybody, and I didn't leave my load on anybody's masseuse table. Yes, Matt Bernard, there's a long list of people I would tug on before I get to the kicker. I was speaking from a female standpoint. Get your minds out of the gutter. I'm not talking about me. I'm not rubbing on anybody's schlong. And Jeremy G says, apparently he wanted a finger in his balloon knot also, not just tugging.
Stick your cock up her ass.
I don't know about this, man. I know what was that pose that the women said Deshaun liked? Lying dog. I don't know. It's somewhere. I guess he had his legs back like over his head and he liked it. I don't know. But don't put it in. Don't put it in. Just stay where I could see you. Jesus. What's wrong with you athletes? LG, you ever take Coke to school when you're in elementary?
Only a few times, but I did it before I got off the bus.
Not in 5th grade.
I'm just kidding. No, of course not.
You didn't do it in 5th grade, did you? Okay, as long as you didn't do it in 5th grade, you're good.
It's called cocaine.
What the hell is going on in Seguin? Rim job, Rudy. Kiss my ass, Adrian. Happy baby pose. Yes, happy baby pose. I think that's legs up over.
Like when they're getting their diaper changed?
Wait, is it legs like this? Is it you laying on your back? Oh, yeah.
I don't want to know.
So he's laying on his back and he holds his legs apart. And he likes it. Allegedly, Deshaun Watson, because he never went to jail for it. He settled out of court. Allegedly, would go happy baby pose and then tell him to play with his booty. So, Jason H., it's disturbing that you know that off the top of your head what the name of the pose was. But whatever. Wipe me? No, Jesus Christ. Seguin and cocaine. A Seguin Independent School District, LG, 5th grader, was arrested. First of all, imagine seeing a 5th grader taken away in handcuffs and placed in the back of a cop car. Like, I didn't even know you could get, I mean, I guess, I know you could get, like, obviously if you were to hurt somebody or shoot somebody, but I'm trying to picture myself if I'm like, got to come up to the school my daughter forgot her something, she forgot her folder. They bring a folder home every day. My daughter forgot her folder. I'm taking it up to the school. And as I'm taking it up to the school, I'm seeing 2 cops whisk away a 9-year-old in handcuffs. Like,
it doesn't surprise me. When I was in middle school, there were people getting caught with weed in 7th grade. So it's just, as we get older, the drugs go down. Now it's in elementary school.
Middle school was when I first got I didn't do it, but that's when people at my school, Kitty Hawk, people were doing acid.
Yeah.
People were already taking acid.
I know people that were dropping acid in class in 7th grade. Yeah.
Like, yes. Yeah. Middle school, that's when I was like, oh. It would look like, at the time, I don't know what it looks like now, but at the time, like, you see this pink construction paper, it looked like little construction paper squares, and they would put them on their tongue, and then they'd just be weird for the rest of the day. I don't even know if the shit was real or not, but that's when I first saw people smoking weed and first saw people dropping acid. But 5th grader arrested Wednesday on allegations that he brought a bag of blow to school. Administrators at Jefferson Elementary School contacted the campus security officer about a small clear bag containing a white substance. Seguin promptly tested the bag's contents, which were confirmed to be cocaine.
How do they test it, Lil?
You gotta, like, I think that's right. It's like, when you're doing the buy. The Seguin Police Department would like to express they're committed to ensuring the safety of all students and staff of schools and appreciate the cooperation. The 10-year-old, I said 10-year-old suspect was charged with possession of a substance in a drug-free zone and sent to Guadalupe County Juvenile Probation Department. It remains unclear where or how the child obtained the bag of yayo.
Oh, he gone rat.
Yeah, come on, man. That's his pop's shit. That's his mom's shit.
Older brother,
older sister. He found that shit, took it to school, trying to be the cool kid. So, do you get like booked? Do they go and take his photo? Make him touch his toes and cough.
Do. Yeah, they
touch his toes and cough. Make sure
fingerprint. You get put in a holding cell.
Not
your
at
parents
10 years old.
You.
There's no way.
Yes, you do. You don't get put into like general population.
No, I mean, and plus it's juvie. He went.
Yeah,
to
you
juvie.
go to juvie. They put you in a holding cell. They fingerprint you. All that stuff, and then they wait till your parents come get you. Now, if your parents don't come get you, then they get you some slippers and an orange outfit. Put you in the jail. Some parents are like that, though. They be like, you know what? Let him spend the night there.
Damn. Nah, he don't. Like, I don't even think in 5th grade you know how to sniff coke.
I don't know, with the internet these days and just it's everywhere, I knew how because I watched Scarface.
See, we watched some highly inappropriate shit coming up when we came up. So I could see that. But
they have access to so much information these days that they know how to do it. Kids are a lot more in tune with the things that are going on in society today than we ever were back in the day.
I'll say this. Even if it wasn't mine, like let's say as the parents, even if it wasn't mine, I'm taking that bid for my kid. I'll handle him behind closed doors. He'll never have a phone, iPad, never see the day of light again, or at least for a long time. Like I'll punish him. Like let's say if I'm not the parents and you got it from somebody or whatever, but I'm taking that. I'm not letting my 5th grader get a record. I know.
If he plays his cards right, he won't ever get convicted of it. Might have to do a little rehab class, pay some fines, community service, and then it'll get sealed. The arrest record will be there forever, but no conviction, as long as he's not an asshole about it.
But so he can walk into an interview when he's 21 and say, hey,
have you ever been convicted? He can say no.
He can say no.
As long as he doesn't get convicted.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But if you go try to do TSA pre-check, they're going to hit you with a question, have you ever been arrested? That's on your record forever. So don't lie. Ask me how I know.
Yeah. How do you know? So can you get TSA pre if you've been arrested? You
Yes.
just can't be
got it.
You just can't be a terrorist.
Yeah.
You can't be on a terrorist watch list.
Yeah, they told me, I appreciate you telling the truth because we have it all right here. And the TSA agent was like, she was like, don't worry, I've seen a lot worse get approved.
Okay, because at that time you kind of think like, damn, I ain't gonna get approved.
Yeah.
Poor kid. Again, I can forgive a 10-year-old for being an idiot. Whatever happened, like I said, big brothers, big sisters, mom, dads. I wonder who ratted him out. Did he fall out of his bag or did he show it to the homies and one of the homies went and told the teacher?
Somebody ratted him out.
Yeah,
sure.
who ratted that? Who ratted out this 10-year-old, man?
It's not like weed where it has a smell or anything. So somebody
told him.
Yeah, someone had to have ratted him out. Or somebody saw it, he was flaunting it, and teacher caught
So
wind.
once he gets out, he's probably expelled, right? Got to go to ACE.
It just depends on what kind of student he was. If he was an honor roll student, he might get suspended for a week and have to go to SRC for 3 days or something.
Oh, I remember SRC.
Student reassessment
I
center.
remember SRC.
Yeah. And then he'll come back and get a month of ISS.
Those dudes always had the juice when they finally got back to school. Like, damn, what the hell? You cool. We're so stupid as kids.
I loved ISS, in school suspension, because I would actually get work done.
You would get work done, and you're a bit of an introvert, right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I would say that.
So I could see you being like, oh, I don't have to deal with you idiots today. I'll actually do my English. Let me write this essay. Adrian, we're not doing that, sir.
They're not going to release a picture of the kid's name because
10.
he's a minor, but
Stop it, Adrian. You could say that, Adrian. You could say that. I can't say that. If I say that,
I would say the odds are in favor of that. Yes.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
What do you call a group of Edgars?
I don't know.
A Marbach of Edgars.
There's a lot. Is that haircut still there?
Oh, hell yeah, it's still there. It's even more popular than ever.
I gotta ask it is?
Yes.
I gotta ask my teenager.
Oh, it's
I
definitely
haven't seen
there.
many. I thought it was just like out of style already.
No, we had a dude at Mark's outing that was chilling at one of the tables. He had a little Edgar going on. Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember now. Damn. So free the 10-year-old until it's backwards, until the 10-year-old is free. Let that man out. Pops, moms, auntie, Theo, Uncle Rudy, Uncle Anna, Auntie Anna, sister, brother. Go take that charge for the 10-year-old, man. He ain't even hit middle school yet. Probably even had his first wet dream yet. He don't belong in jail. He messed up. And they said a little baggy. It wasn't like he had a kilo. It wasn't like he was slanging on the playground. Apocalypto haircut. Yeah. Anyways. It's the weekend. It's time to hit happy hour. It's time to hit your local Slackers, where there's 5 different locations to go to Slackers, which I'm sure they're going to be doing some big game parties. I forgot we can't say the SB word. Well, we're not getting no money from it, so I'm sure Slackers will have.
You can't say that.
When you're let's say Bud Light says, "Hey, in the building, we want to do a Super Bowl party with y'all, and we'll pay you to have free Bud Light there." Once somebody's paying you to throw the party, if you're when the media side, you're not technically. That's what the radio would always tell us. Hey, you have to say big game. You can't say Super Bowl because they track it and they fine your ass.
Interesting.
That's what I was told when I was on terrestrial radio. Because perfect example, when Calvin and I gave away trips to the Super Bowl 3-4 years in a row with a flight, hotel, and 2 tickets to the game. He had Best Tickets was our sponsor, and Best Tickets would sponsor that. So since Best Tickets was sponsoring it and we were paying, and they were paying us, we had to say, hey, come to Buffalo Wild Wings. We got round trip tickets to the big game. We were not allowed to say Super Bowl. Yeah. So anyways, but I'm sure Slackers is going to have the big game at all 5 locations. Studio sponsor. You see that beautiful sticker right there. Thousand Oaks, Slackadoches, the house that Rudy built, Rector Medical Center, and of course, St. Mary's. That is Slackers Sports, Drinks, and Games, the official studio sponsor of In the Building. What you got going on today, man?
Man, I gotta fly a drone for a few hours after this.
Okay.
Then I gotta head to the rodeo, which is preparing to kick off.
So which part of the rodeo? What is this? The bull riding, tussling?
I honestly don't know.
You don't
until
even
I
give
get
a
there.
shit.
Nah, I just gotta check in at the media tent or little portable building they have out there by the Freeman. Then the old lady will come out and they gotta escort you everywhere because they don't trust you to do anything. So the old lady will escort me around in a golf cart and tell me not to shoot any asses because apparently we did a video a few years ago and she saw it and apparently we featured some nice butts and she didn't like it too much.
Butts of what? Women?
Cowgirls, yeah. Women.
No, wait. First of all, it was on accident. Second of all, they saw it and they still let you come back?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Clint Dodge in the chat today.
Who's Clint Dodge?
He was our official correspondent at the San Antonio Auto Show.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Who's performing this year? Who is Coey Wetzel? Keith
Country.
Urban.
Shitty country.
Keith Urban, Leanne Rimes, the Bellamy Brothers, Mark Chestnut, Eli Young Band,
Okay.
John Party, Muscadine Bloodline,
Jesus.
Tyler Hubbard, Southall, the Turnpike
Troubadours.
Yes.
Yes.
So you know them.
I've
okay.
heard of them, yes.
Zach Top,
No.
Pasado,
As opposed to Zach Bottom.
yeah, Diamond Rio,
Okay.
Joe Nichols,
I've heard of him. I don't know what he does.
Whiskey Myers, Semifinals 1 with Sammy Hagar,
Okay. Do we have any hip hop?
1, and depending on who you ask, he ain't hip hop no more. We got Nelly.
Of course, it's freaking Nelly.
Nelly is safe. Nelly, Ludacris. You know, there's a few rappers that are, hey, he's safe. Now, Houston Rodeo is totally different. Houston has a night where it's like 15 hip hop acts. Like they have a,
That's H-Town, though.
yeah,
That's
they
different
have
beast.
I can say it. They have a black night. Like they literally have it. They call it urban though. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. They got a black night at the Houston Rodeo. They also have the Rodeo Wild Card with Nate Smith and the Rodeo Finals with Dwight Yoakam.
So Dwight Yoakam, huh?
Yeah.
Still
So
kicking.
Stephen Tejada says Coey. I said Coey. It's Co. All right. Sorry. And Xavier Bahara says give Zach Top a chance.
All right. Is he country?
It's got to be.
Right.
It's got to be, right? Yeah, Nelly and Snoop, right or wrong, they performed at this crypto ball in honor of Donald Trump winning.
They
the
lost
election.
millions of followers, too, because of it.
Lost millions of followers, but
They'll all be back next week.
But the thing is, I think you gain millions of followers too. There's 72 million people that voted for Trump. So Nelly's career might take off. He might be able to go on tour and it'd be nothing but MAGA. Like, hey, you down?
Zach Top, the headliner, and Nelly opening up.
Really?
I don't know, but he might get on that country circuit now. I mean, he is country grammar, right?
Oh, okay. Eric Bishop says he works the Houston Rodeo. It's called Black Heritage Night. Okay. Appreciate you, EB. Tejada says some great artists. Turnpike, Zach, yes, sir, country. You know what? I've grown, like, my brother-in-laws love country. Like, there's some country that I've learned to enjoy. Like, there was a time where I tolerated because I'm the guy that if I'm at your house and you got on rock, I don't give a shit. I'm cool. Like, hey, man, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. You got on freaking old school booty music, I'm cool with it. Tejano, whatever, salsa, country. For as long as country, I tolerated it because I'm just a cool guy. I don't like to rock the boat. But there's some country that I have grown to enjoy. I don't like all of it. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that, but I consider myself eclectic.
So they got country, they got hip hop, they got a little rock with Hagar.
So Hagar's rock?
Yeah. Where's our Mexicans? Where's our Tejano? Where's our salsa?
None of these people are Tejano? That's messed up.
I feel like we should have a little bit more representation of the brown culture here.
It is San Antonio.
Exactly.
But it is the rodeo. But it is San Antonio. Wait, there's all them people that
There's probably one that we don't know, but
I left off Scott McCreery.
I didn't hear anything that sounded like
a
band that would be a Mexican origin.
Damn, Keith Urban got 2 nights.
Yeah, he's big.
Keith Urban. Yeah, I know who Keith Urban is. I know who he is. He got 2 nights.
But Pesado, apparently.
How the hell we don't have no Tejano?
Pesado apparently is.
Oh, okay. Did somebody say that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike
Checker.
But one? Hell, we got one hip hop. we can only get one. What the hell is going on in San Antonio, man? I tell you.
Posado looks puro.
But you know what? I'll tell you this though. I think those two, I think country and Tejano go hand in hand depending on who you ask. I think there's a lot of people that like, there's a lot of it's to me, it's not the same, but it's the same.
Chill, Clint.
Hagar's contracts, but I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is he a weirdo?
I don't know. I have no clue. I couldn't name a single song.
I couldn't name a single.
Apparently, he was the singer for Van Halen. And here's my ignorance. I thought Van Halen was the lead singer for Van Halen. Apparently, that's the name of the band.
Wait a minute. I'm dead ass serious. I swear to God. I'm today years old, January 31st, 2025. Help me.
Van Halen is not a dude?
Van Halen is not a person. I thought Van Halen was the name of the lead singer.
That's what I thought too, but apparently no.
No, man, bullshit. So then, wait. Bon
Jovi.
Jovi.
It is. It's Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right.
It's Eddie Van Halen, David Lee Roth.
I was about to say, man. Hey, man, I'm not. No ice jokes. That's a sensitive topic.
So Van Halen, their lead singer is David Lee Roth. So I guess Sammy Hagar used to be the lead singer, huh? Halen's the guitarist.
He is a person. Okay. All
so
right.
it's like Santana. They named it after the guitar player.
Okay, then I'm cool with that. You got anybody you want to punch today, LG?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Brought to you by the law offices of Orlando Kell. The floor is yours, sir.
I want to punch Blue Bonnet Motors in New Braunfels, Texas.
Oh, shit. They're back. What, they done pissed you off again? What happened?
They can't get their scheduling system right, dude.
This happened last time.
Yes. This time it's like the reverse of what happened. Last time I scheduled an appointment and they didn't show up. This time I scheduled an appointment and something happens. It was supposed to be this morning at 9 a.m., but I canceled it because I thought we were going to do a night show.
Oh.
So I canceled it a couple days ago on their online system, and it gave me a confirmation that it had been canceled. And I remember last time their scheduling system was shitty, so I called them to confirm it was canceled. This morning I get a text, "Hey, this is Jay, your technician. I'm on my way to your house. Be there about 45 minutes to do the service to your truck." And I was like, "Sorry, Jay, but I canceled that shit like 3 days ago." So punch Blue Bonnet Motors for not knowing how to use a scheduling system.
Dude.
And then I get a text from the service manager. Let me just pull it up so I can read exactly what she says here. It says, "Good morning. Your tech contacted me and let me know you are needing to reschedule your appointment today. Would you like me to set up an appointment for next week?" And I called and canceled the appointment several days ago, confirmed with the service manager, and also canceled it on the online system. Not sure why the appointment was still scheduled. And she responds with, "I'm sorry, I didn't get the memo to take your appointment off the technician's route."
How did you not
How do
get
you
it?
not get the
How did
memo?
you not
I
get
literally spoke with someone and canceled it on the online system and got a confirmation email.
So you
But
took
anyway.
you took three different avenues to cancel and they still showed up. Well, wanted to. Well, this is the thing though. I'll say this though, LG. Like I know their scheduling sucks, but I ain't gonna lie. I would be sold. I would buy a car from them just because they come to your house to do the maintenance. Like that's a huge plus for me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And especially since I don't live in New Braunfels, they're still coming to my house.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's
I'm literally like 1 mile outside their limit or inside the limit to where they can go.
damn.
So I take advantage of that. But I need a little more extra work, so I'm going to take it into the shop when I figure out when I can.
Did anybody contact? And just if you missed yesterday's show, we need a body shop. I don't know if you've been contacted by anybody yet, LG, but LG had a 2x4 fly off a truck on the highway and dent up his, pretty much in my eyes, if it's only 1 year old, it's still a brand new truck. So anybody know of or work at a body shop, reach out to LG. We're going to go Mike Taylor. Got 4 kids to feed, So
Yeah.
got 4 kids to
I got
feed.
a few recommendations.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, thanks to the people. I'll figure it out. if I'm even going to fix it.
Yes, I know mobile mechanics are a thing, JHNSB, but I'm talking about normally from the actual dealership.
Most of the Ford dealerships offer this service now for minor maintenance stuff like oil changes.
Quick oil change, something like that, air filter. I'm talking about like the dealership. Usually the dealership, you got to go in there, wait 7 hours. It's an ass whip. So the fact that the dealership, because some people don't like dealing with the side of the road oil change people. So that's a pretty cool thing. Yes, I know mobile mechanics are a thing, you freaking smart ass. Anybody want to see? Oh, sorry. I don't got anybody to punch today. Got nobody to punch today.
All right. But Positive Vibe Friday for Rudy.
Positive Vibe Fridays. And don't you go punching your wife. Instead of punching her, it won't be good for you. Call Orlando Kell at 210-775-4995. That's 210-775-4995. The law office of Orlando Kell. OrlandoKellLaw@gmail.com. Shout out to his pops, JD Kell. Great follow on X.
What up, Jim?
Always reaches out to me on Facebook, reaches out to me on X, even on Instagram. Shout out to JD. Appreciate the love and the support. Law offices of Orlando Kell. He looks out for us fellas.
I got another punch real quick.
Hell yeah.
Punch concentrated smoker on Twitch for putting spam up in my chat. You are now banned.
What did he put on? Wait.
He put some website. For more followers, check out this website. But I banned him and deleted it. So it was up there for a split second.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitch. We are live streamers, by the way.
We're twitching.
We're twitching. We're twitching. It's slowly growing.
YouTube is the flagship, but we are on Twitch as well.
Follow us on Twitch.
Go there.
Speaking of YouTube, I was telling LG before the show started, and everybody knows him by now. He has 352 million subscribers. Yes, I said 352 million subscribers. The myth, the man, the legend, the ultimate streamer, Mr. Beast. I don't know if he's a streamer, if he's a content creator. I guess he's all in one. I was seeing the highest grossing YouTubers. According to reports, Mr. Beast made $600 million. That's just YouTube last year. $600 million off of YouTube. That ain't including his show on Amazon Prime. That ain't including his TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. And then he in the running, you told me, LG, to possibly purchase TikTok. He's raised what?
He's got a group of investors together, and they've raised over $20 billion to possibly purchase TikTok. But you see, the U.S. government wants 50% of that share as well.
I did hear Trump say,
which is ridiculous.
They want 50% of what they make, or 50% of what is.
They want to be 50% owners. They want to be co-owners of this thing,
and so not put up no money.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
That's some mob shit. Like, that's me coming by your store once a month, like the mob. And
it basically is. You want the protection of being able to operate a social media site in our country? Pay up. Pay your protection fees.
Am I in jail? Am I paying for the Crips to watch my back?
Bunch of bullshit.
All right. On a brighter note, this weekend is the Alamo Card Show, and the last quarterback to lead this UT Longhorn team to a national championship, not just the playoff, Mr. Vince Young will be in the building Sunday doing an autograph appearance. Photo and autograph 80. Just an autograph is 60. If I'm gonna drop 60, I gotta spend 80. Because again, I don't remember the last time I've asked a celebrity for an autograph. I need the picture, because if you don't get the pic, it didn't happen. But he will be out at the Alamo Card Show. Really, really good time. Mike and I went out there a couple months ago. So it starts tomorrow and it ends on Sunday. So go out to 24/7 Church at 5415 North Loop 1604 East, San Antonio, Texas 78247. And when you go in there, they ask you how you heard about them, because sometimes these type of things like to track their marketing. Make sure you let them know you heard it on In the Building. I ran across not interesting. Well, it is interesting to me, because I have a Gen Zer that I live with, my 16-year-old. My 28-year-old, I don't know she's a millennial, but she it has a lot of Gen Z tendencies. But I saw this study done by something called Intelligent, where bosses are firing Gen Z grads just months after hiring them. Here's why. Lack of initiative, cited by 50% of the surveyed leaders. Many feel new grads aren't showing the drive employees expect. Unprofessional behavior includes not adhering to workplace norms like punctuality, appropriate language, and attire. So there's more, but I just want to stop there at punctuality, appropriate language, and attire. And Mike's not here, so because like if I brought this up with Mike here, Mike gonna go off for 10 minutes on Gen Zers and why they suck and this and that. But I will say this. I honestly feel like us as Gen Xers, me as a Gen Xer and boomers, like I honestly think we really forget what we were like. Like, keep in mind, I grew up in a house that Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Teddy Pendergrass, the OJs, Gap Band, you name it, Stephanie Mills, Anita Baker. And then I walk in the house with an NWA tape. Bitch, slut, fuck, shit, damn, bop, boot, blop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all remember, like, our parents, you remember your parents' reaction to the first time hearing a vulgar rap song? Like, it's a different thing other than what we're talking about with Gen Zers, but we were dumbasses too. And when we talk about punctuality and appropriate language, do you remember how we talked? Us early 90s people, how we talked compared to how our parents talked and our slang, and us, me, my people, I'll say my people, I'll say black people, using the N-word every other sentence as a term of endearment. Like, our parents wasn't talking like that. Our parents wasn't running around the house dropping N-bombs. We talk about appropriate language. Attire, do you remember what we looked like wearing 40 size jeans with a 28 waist, pants hanging off our ass? Half of y'all wanted to be Crips. The other half of y'all wanted to be Bloods. Our parents weren't Crips and Bloods. Our parents weren't throwing N-bombs and doing the shit we did and hanging out at Windsor Park Mall with no money. Like, we did the same shit. Like, I'm not saying that Gen Z doesn't have its every era. I think the boomers are holding us back in some cases with their old ass thought process, especially here in San Antonio. That's a whole nother topic. Every generation has its F-ups. I think we're way too hard on Gen Zers. I'm not saying that some of this stuff isn't legit. Yeah, you got to be on time to work or whatever. But I know plenty of 40-year-olds that ain't on time to work. I know a lot of 40-year-olds that can't keep a job. I know a lot of 40-year-olds that can't dress to save their lives, look like shit every time they leave the house. Plenty of them live right here in San Antonio. They wear chanclas to every goddamn event they go to. Talk about attire, appropriate language, punctuality. Come on. Frequent lateness, tardiness to work or meetings has caused frustration among bosses and team members. Disorganization, employees are concerned about Gen Z's ability to stay on top of tasks and manage their workload effectively. Bro, so I had a kid early. I was 18. So I had no choice but to keep a job, right? I'm a Gen Xer, since we're supposed to be this great generation. I had no choice. So from 21 to 31, I was at one job. I stayed at Nationwide for 10 years because I had a child. Do you know how many of my buddies and cousins had 59 jobs in between that time? Like, hey, bro, you going to work today? Nah, man, I walked out that bitch last week, man. Them motherfuckers was tripping, dog. They were talking about I wasn't changing. They wanted me to change out the goddamn grease. I'm like, but you work on the fries. Yeah, but why I always got to change out the grease? Because you work on the fries, motherfucker. What do you mean why you got to change out the grease? Like, history just repeats itself. Like, we did the exact same shit. That's why I'm glad this topic came up while Mike ain't here, because Mike would have came up with excuses why we were so much better than Gen Z. First of all, I think Gen Z is smarter than us. They may not always apply it, but because of the world we live in, they're probably a little bit smarter than us. Maybe.
Sounds like we got a Gen Zer in the chat here.
What'd he say?
JSNSB says, Gen Z ain't corporate slaves. We know our worth. I respect that.
You know what? I respect that. But this is what I'll say to that. This is what I think Gen X has mastered, and LG, you're part of this. I think what we mastered is, okay, yes, I have some dreams, but while I'm dreaming, I got to keep a gig. And I think Gen Z is just like, nah, man, I'm just going to wait till I become a streamer. I'm just going to wait till I become a rapper. I'm just going to sit here in this house and just stream all day until I become a streamer. Now, another thing that I think Gen Z has is Gen Z's parents, us Gen Xers, we're not, and I wasn't thrown to the curb. I could have lived with my mom forever. I just was of the mindset, okay, I'm a man, I got a kid, I got to find my own place to live. But Gen X parents are allowing Gen Z kids to stay with them until they figure it out.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Me neither. I don't either. And
I feel like that's more of an American thing. Like, as soon as you're 18, get the hell out of here, you know? Like, you're on your own.
Right.
You're cut off.
Right.
But the rest of the world, people stay in the same house for generations.
My wife's family, the portion of her family from Monterrey, you don't leave until you get married.
Nah.
So let's say you don't get married till 30. You get to stay at home with your parents.
Yeah.
And if you have that now, JHSNSB, then what I would say as a parent, then, okay, well, you better be hustling every day to pursue whatever it is that you plan on pursuing. Excuse me. Now, I will say this, and I don't know if that's because of phone. Now, this portion of it, LG, I agree with. The employers cite poor communication. Leaders mention issues with how new hires convey information, both written and verbal. I do think because, and I'm not going to just put this on Gen Z, I think us all, but I know how to communicate because of obviously what I do and how I was raised. My mom taught me how to communicate. But because they're zombies, I do think they lack communication skills and the ability to engage with the customer or a client and have a back and forth and possibly be a salesman. I do think they lack some communication. But again, I could put that on us, the Gen X parents, that aren't forcing them to put the phone down. Let's do this, let's do that, and learn how to communicate, learn how to talk, look at somebody in the eye. You don't shake a man's hand while you're sitting down. How are you doing? I'm great. How are you doing? Like, just basic shit that they should know. So that portion I agree with. But all I'm saying is I came up in it. I saw how we were as Gen Xers. We were doing the same shit. Again, I had buddies and cousins and family and everybody under the sun that had 39 jobs, couldn't keep a job. Struggles with workload. Over 20% of bosses say fresh grads can't handle the job's day-to-day demands. Well, who can? And 1 in 6 bosses are weary of hiring Gen Z again. 1 in 7 might avoid doing so entirely next year. Now, is that not a form of discrimination, LG? If I look at your application and your date of birth falls within Gen Z and I just say, okay, I'm not hiring you. Is that not a thing? Is that a form of, is that age discrimination reversed? Because normally it's like, oh, you're not hiring me because I'm old.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like, you know, I know senior citizens will be like, well,
it's not illegal anymore because Trump ripped that law out. But you can discriminate for any reason now. But I'd like to add something to that list. Unable to respond to criticism without being butthurt.
Yes. Oh, my God. Yes. And I hope my 16-year-old doesn't hear this. Matter of fact, I don't give a shit if she hears it. She knows I've told her to her face. If I tell her anything, it's like I told her I hate her and she should jump off a cliff.
I think that's a little more just because she's a teenager.
But she's a Gen Z.
I think I had that same issue
She's a Gen Zer, though.
Why do you hate me?
Well, LG, you know what, though? Everybody can't deal with bluntness.
To be fair, I am a little blunt. I've dealt with some younger employees that I've hired,
And you jump their shit and they
I don't jump their shit. I tell them nicely, and then they push back like, "No, I'm not going to do that." And then I say, "Look, I need you to do this," and they push back usually.
Really,
So.
and it's like even if it's a fair criticism, they kind of butthurt about it, kind of shut down.
For example, if I hire you to produce this show and I tell you to play the damn outro music, and you say, "Well, I deemed it not necessary," you're fired, bro. I'm sorry. This ain't your show. You do what you're told.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
When I give you a folder of 500 drops and you don't play one of them, and you tell me, "I don't think they're necessary for the show." Okay, well, maybe you shouldn't be producing this show. Anyway.
You having any drinks this weekend, or you ain't got no time?
Well, we'll see. My Saturday's kind of open, so I think I can maybe sneak something in there.
I haven't had a drink since last Sunday, so
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I'm definitely working on my balance, but I do have to go into Texas Cheer tonight. So if you're in the neighborhood, I'll be at Texas Cheer Liquor #1. Great show. I'm not sure. Oh yes, that's right. Before I forget, the great folks, Janet and her husband at R&R Auto Glass, as always, whether it be LG's been over there 4 or 5 times, Mike's been over there a few times. R&R Auto Glass always comes to the rescue. rnrautoglass.com or 210-340-2588. As y'all all know, Mike's daughter had her car stolen, driver's side window bashed out, had to hurry up and get it done. Not only did they get it done that day when Mike called, they had them in and out in 1 hour. So if you're one of those, people, your time is money, you know what I mean? You got stuff to do, you got places to be, people to see. R&R Auto Glass is going to be the place for you if that particular window is in stock. And like I said, LG has had to use them. I want to say he told me yesterday at least 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
At least 4 times. So reach out to them, let them know In the Building sent you there at 104 West Nakoma Drive, San Antonio, Texas, 78216, or give them a call at 210-340-2588. R&R Auto Glass. Hey, man, great week. We'll see what happens with Mike on Monday because, of course, right, like we said, right now it's only 6 a.m. in Hawaii. Don't want to bother him, but I don't want to do a 9:30 p.m. show on a Friday night. So LG and I knocked it out ourselves. We'll see if Mike shows up on Monday. He's been mailed in all week, so it's only right he mails it in.
He's dealing with blizzards in Hawaii now, so he gets an excuse.
Yeah, he took a blizzard to Hawaii, so the Taylor curse continues. Love y'all hard. It's been a great week of shows. Thank you to all the sponsors. Y'all go out to the Alamo Card Show. Go out to Slackers. Go get you a bottle from Texas Cheer Liquor. Start the process of getting your home through Jay Ribaldo and Carl Orlando Kell if you need to get rid of your wife. Do it the right way. It's In the Building, live from the Slacker Studio. Appreciate you, LG. Y'all have a great weekend. See y'all on Lunes. Peace.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.